Hey everyone, welcome back to Switch Top. Today we're looking at the top 25 turn-based RPGs you absolutely need to play on your Nintendo Switch in 2025. These games give you time to think about your moves and plan your strategy without rushing. Let's get started with our countdown. Valkyria Chronicles 4 takes place in a world that looks like Europe during World War II, but with its own unique twist. You lead Squad E, a group of soldiers fighting in a big war between two major powers. What makes this game special is how it mixes turn-based strategy with real-time action. On your turn, you pick a unit from a map view and then control them directly in third person to move and attack. Each character class has different strengths. Scouts can move far, shock troopers have strong weapons, snipers attack from distance, engineers fix things, and so on. The story follows Claude Wallace and his childhood friends as they fight through harsh winter conditions on dangerous missions. The game's unique watercolor art style makes battles look like they're happening in a moving painting. With permadeath for your soldiers, if you don't rescue them in time, each decision feels important, making this a strategy game with real heart.
There we go. That's worth a raise, right?
I see. They're good.
Mario and Luigi. Brothership brings back Nintendo's beloved RPG series after a long break. The famous Plumber brothers find themselves on a mysterious ship sailing between strange islands after a vacation goes wrong. The battle system is all about timing. Press buttons at the right moment during attacks to do more damage, and when defending to avoid getting hurt. Mario uses the A button and Luigi uses B, making you control both brothers at once. The new brother bond system lets them perform powerful team attacks based on how well they work together during the adventure. Outside of battles, you'll solve puzzles using Mario and Luigi's unique abilities. Mario can use his hammer to hit switches, while Luigi can squeeze through narrow gaps. The game has the same funny writing the series is known for, with lots of silly situations and both brothers having their own personalities even though they don't speak real words. Super Mario RPG is a complete remake of the SNES classic with beautiful new graphics while keeping the charm that made the original so loved. Mario must team up with unlikely allies, including his enemy Bowser, to fix a magical star road broken by a strange new villain. What makes this game special is its simple but fun battle system. It's turn-based, but you can make your attacks stronger by pressing buttons with perfect timing. This timed hit system keeps you engaged in every battle instead of just selecting options from menus. The game world is filled with hidden treasures, fun mini games, and puzzles to solve. Each character has special moves that use flower points, this game's version of magic, with flashy animations that still look amazing in the remake. The story takes Mario to places we never see in his normal adventures, with weird and wonderful new characters to meet. Sea of Stars is a beautiful love letter to classic RPGs that feels both nostalgic and modern at the same time. The story follows two children of the solstice, Valere and Zale, who can harness the powers of the sun and moon to fight against the creations of an evil alchemist. The battle system takes inspiration from classics like Chrono Trigger but adds fresh ideas. Combat is turn-based, but with timed button presses during attacks and blocks that make battles interactive and fun. You can also use combo attacks where your heroes team up for powerful moves. The game uses a unique day-night cycle where shadows and lighting change, affecting puzzles and revealing secrets in the world. There's no random battles or grinding needed. Each fight is purposefully placed in the world. The pixel art graphics are stunning, with dynamic lighting that makes the world feel alive. The music, partly composed by the legendary Yasunori Mitsuda of Chrono Trigger fame, perfectly matches the adventure. Chained Echoes is an indie game that feels like a lost 90s JRPG classic, but with modern improvements that fix the annoying parts of older games. The story is set in a world where 3 nations are stuck in endless war and follows a group of unlikely heroes who get caught up in much bigger events than they expected. The turn-based battle system stands out with its overdrive meter, a gauge you need to keep in the sweet spot by carefully choosing your actions. Stay in the optimal zone and your team gets big bonuses, but push too far and you'll overheat, giving enemies the advantage. Instead of random encounters, all enemies are visible on the map so you can choose your battles. Characters can be customized with a flexible class system using special crystals, and everyone can pilot their own mech-like sky armor for different types of fights. There's no need for grinding levels, and the game respects your time with fast travel available early on. Triangle Strategy combines tactical turn-based battles with important story choices that actually change how events unfold. Set in the continent of Norzelia, 3 nations fight over limited resources like salt and iron. You play as Serenoa Wolffort, a young lord caught in the middle of growing tensions between these powers. The battle system is played on a grid where position really matters. Attacking enemies from behind or higher ground gives you big advantages. Each character has unique abilities tied to their class, from archers who can rain arrows from a distance to mages who control the elements. Between battles, you'll make huge decisions using the scales of conviction system, where you must convince your allies to vote your way through conversation and the choices you've made before. These decisions branch the story in meaningful ways, leading to multiple endings and different battles. The beautiful HD 2D art style mixes pixel characters with 3D environments and modern lighting effects.
狙います。効果的ですね。狙います。押し切れそうです。
Fire Emblem Engage combines the series' classic turn-based strategy with a unique system that lets you team up with heroes from past Fire Emblem games. You play as Atelier, a divine dragon who wakes up after 1,000 years of sleep to find that the evil fell dragon is returning. The core gameplay happens on a grid battlefield where you move units with different classes like swordsmen, archers, and magic users, each with their own strengths and weaknesses. The big new feature is the Emblem Rings, which let your characters engage with legendary heroes from other Fire Emblem worlds, gaining powerful new abilities and flashy special attacks. Between battles, you'll spend time in the Somniel, your floating home base where you can train, bond with allies, and even work out or play mini-games. The support conversation system returns, letting you build relationships between characters that improve their teamwork in battle. Monster Hunter Stories 2. Wings of Ruin flips the usual Monster Hunter formula by making the monsters your friends instead of your targets. You play as a rider, a person who forms bonds with monsters, called monsties, by hatching them from eggs. The turn-based battle system works like rock, paper, scissors. Power beats technical, technical beats speed, and speed beats power. You need to guess what type of attack the monster will use next, and counter with the right move. You can fight alongside your monstie and give them commands. Plus, team up with other hunters who have their own fighting styles. The monster collecting aspect is super fun. You explore monster dens to find eggs, with rarer eggs giving better stats and abilities. Each monstie can be customized by transferring genes from one monster to another, letting you create unique combinations of abilities. The story follows your character trying to understand why Rathalos are disappearing, and the mystery behind a legendary Rathalos that could bring destruction. Atelier Ryza, Ever Darkness, and the Secret Hideout is a cozy RPG about a girl who learns alchemy and goes on adventures with her friends. Ryza is a normal farm girl living on a small island who dreams of excitement. When she meets a mysterious alchemist, she discovers she has a talent for mixing ingredients to create useful items. The game's battle system is turn-based, but happens in real time. A bar fills up for each character, and when it's full, you can act, but enemies keep moving while you decide what to do. This creates a nice balance between giving you time to think and keeping battles exciting. The heart of the game is its alchemy system, where you gather materials from monsters and the environment, then combine them using a simple but deep crafting system that lets you control the quality and effects of what you make. As you progress, Ryza and her friends build and improve their secret hideout while uncovering ancient ruins and the island's mysteries.
行くよ
おりゃ
今だそれそれそこ
おりゃせえな
The Legend of Heroes Trails to Azure sits at our #1 spot because it delivers one of the most detailed and lived-in worlds in any RPG. This game continues the story of Lloyd Bannings and the special support section from Trails from Zero, working as problem solvers in the city-state of Crossbell, caught between two powerful nations. The turn-based battle system uses a tactical grid where positioning matters, and characters can work together with link attacks when placed correctly. Combat flows smoothly with a system that lets you move freely before choosing actions, and limit breaks called S-crafts that can turn the tide of battle. What makes this game truly special is its incredible world building. NPCs have their own stories that change after every major event, making Crossbell feel like a real place with real people. The orbment system lets you customize each character's abilities by slotting in different quartz, magical stones, to learn new spells and boost stats.
Justice Hammer!
任せておけ
Dragon Quest III HD2D Remake brings new life to a classic RPG that first came out over 30 years ago. The story follows a young hero who sets out to defeat the evil archfiend Baramos and solve the mystery of what happened to their father. What makes this game special is how it takes the original's simple charm and enhances it with gorgeous HD 2D graphics, a style that mixes pixel art characters with beautiful 3D environments and modern lighting effects. The battle system is traditional turn-based combat where you select commands for your whole party before each round plays out. The class system is where the game really shines. You can recruit and customize party members with different jobs like warrior, mage, cleric, merchant, and more. Characters can even change classes while keeping some of their learned abilities, letting you create unique combinations. Tactics Ogre Reborn is an enhanced version of one of the greatest tactical RPGs ever made. Set in the islands of Valeria, the story follows Danum Pavel during a civil war, where your choices actually change how the story unfolds and which battles you'll fight. This isn't just a game about combat, it's about the moral choices you make during wartime. The battle system takes place on a grid where height, direction, and positioning really matter. You control a team of characters with different classes like knights, archers, wizards, and many more unique options. What makes this version special is all the improvements they've made to the original game. Battles move faster, the AI is smarter, and the level system has been redesigned so your units stay useful throughout the game. The World Tarot system even lets you go back to key story moments and make different choices to see new story paths. Octopath Traveler features 8 different characters, each with their own unique story, that you can start with any one of them. There's Ulberic the Warrior, Cyrus the Scholar, Tressa the Merchant, Ophelia the Cleric, Primrose the Dancer, Alphen the Apothecary, Therion the Thief, and Hyanet the Hunter. Each character has a special ability they can use in towns, like Therion stealing items from people, or Primrose charming NPCs to follow her. The battle system uses a boost mechanic where you save up points to make your attacks stronger or hit hit multiple times. Finding enemies' weaknesses is key, as breaking their shield stuns them for a turn. The stunning HD 2D graphics mix 16-bit style sprites with 3D environments and modern lighting effects, creating a game that feels both nostalgic and modern. As you travel the world of Orstera, you'll gradually see how these 8 stories connect in subtle ways. The job system lets you give characters secondary classes to learn new abilities and create powerful combinations.
Lessen my arrow.
What is the logical course of action? Oh, flames! Rage! Wrong!
Bravely Default 2 tells the story of 4 heroes, Seth, Gloria, Elvis, and Adele, as they search for 4 elemental crystals to prevent disaster. What makes this game stand out is its unique Brave and Default battle system. You can default to skip a turn and save up Brave points, then Brave to take up to 4 actions in a single turn. This creates interesting choices. Do you play it safe or risk leaving yourself defenseless for a powerful attack? The job system is incredibly deep, with over 20 different jobs to master. Each character can have a main job and a sub-job, letting you mix and match abilities for countless combinations. As you level up jobs, you learn skills that can be equipped even when using different jobs. The game features hand-drawn backgrounds that look like beautiful watercolor paintings, while character designs have a unique chibi style. Towns and dungeons have a storybook quality, like exploring miniature dioramas.
私の番ね。えい。
Persona 5 Royal follows a group of high school students who discover they can enter a mysterious realm called the Metaverse, where they become phantom thieves who steal the corrupted desires from adults who are abusing their power. What makes this game unique is how it balances 2 different gameplay styles. During the day, you live as a normal student, going to class, answering questions, hanging out with friends, working part-time jobs, and building relationships called confidants that give you benefits in battle. At night, you can enter elaborate dungeons called palaces that are based on how these corrupt adults see the world around them. The turn-based combat system focuses on finding enemy weaknesses to knock them down and perform powerful all-out attacks. The One More system gives you an extra turn when you hit a weakness, creating satisfying combat chains. Managing your limited time is key. Every activity advances the clock, and you only have certain days to complete each palace.
But this time
Persona! Go down!
Fire Emblem. 3 Houses puts you in the role of a professor at a military academy in the land of Fodlan, where you must choose one of 3 houses to teach: the Black Eagles, Blue Lions, or Golden Deer. This choice completely changes the story, as 5 years later, war breaks out between the nations and your former students end up on different sides of the conflict. The game mixes tactical turn-based battles on a grid with school life simulation. During school phases, you teach students, build relationships, and explore the monastery. Your teaching decisions directly impact how students develop. You choose what skills they focus on, what classes they can become, and even recruit students from other houses. The battle system features the classic Fire Emblem weapon triangle, where certain weapons have advantages over others, combined with battalion units that provide support abilities. Divine Pulse allows you to rewind time a limited number of times to fix mistakes without restarting entire battles. The game has incredible replay value with 4 different story paths, each taking about 50 hours to complete.
Was that helpful?
Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance is the expanded version of the apocalyptic RPG where modern-day Tokyo is destroyed and transformed into a wasteland called Da'at, filled with demons. You play as a high school student who fuses with a mysterious being to become the Nahobino, a powerful half-human, half-demon entity. The game's core mechanic is demon negotiation and fusion. Instead of just fighting demons, you can talk to them mid-battle, answer their questions, and convince them to join your team. Once you have demons, you can fuse them them together to create stronger ones that inherit skills from their components. The press turn battle system rewards you for hitting enemy weaknesses with extra actions, but enemies can do the same to you, making battles strategic and tense. Vengeance adds a new storyline path, the ability to save anywhere, and new demons to collect. The Legend of Heroes, Trails of Cold Steel. 3 continues the epic story of Rune Schwarzer, now a military academy instructor leading a new Class 7. Set in the Erebonian Empire, the game balances school life with increasingly tense political situations that threaten to erupt into all-out war. The battle system happens on a field where positioning matters. Characters can move freely within their range before performing actions. Combat focuses on exploiting enemy weaknesses to gain advantage, using link attacks between paired characters, and activating powerful brave orders that provide temporary team buffs. The orbment system lets you customize characters by slotting different quartz, magical stones, to learn spells and boost stats. What makes this game truly special is its incredible world building. NPCs have their own stories that develop after major events, making the world feel alive and lived in.
Strike! There! Yuna!
I got it!
Unicorn Overlord mixes tactical RPG battles with a unique kingdom liberation gameplay loop. You play as Alain, the exiled Prince of Cornea, on a quest to reclaim his homeland from the Zenoron Empire that took everything from him. The game's world map lets you freely move your army between locations, with each liberated town providing resources and soldiers for your cause. The battle system is semi-automated in a refreshing way. You arrange your units into formations of up to 5 characters, set their positions, and then watch them execute your strategy against enemy formations. During these clashes, you can trigger special abilities at key moments to turn the tide. Each character belongs to a class like Knight, Mage, or Archer, with over 60 recruitable characters to build your army. Characters can form bonds through shared battles, unlocking powerful combo attacks. Between battles, you'll manage your growing rebellion by equipping troops, setting up new formations, and completing side quests to earn the trust of different regions.
Brace yourself!
Does this suit you?
Witness the royal blade!
Octopath Traveler 2 improves on the original in every way. The game follows 8 new travelers: Oswald the Scholar, Casti the Apothecary, Throne the Thief, Temenos the Cleric, Ocheta the Hunter, Particio the Merchant, Agnea the Dancer, and Hikari the Warrior. Each character has 2 unique path actions, one for daytime and another for nighttime, like throne stealing during the day or ambushing people at night. The battle system enhances the break and boost mechanics from the first game by adding latent powers, unique character abilities that charge as you take damage, creating powerful comeback opportunities. The day-night cycle affects not just path actions, but also changes town populations, available quests, and even some enemies. The most significant improvement is how character stories now intersect more meaningfully, with paired travel stories that unlock when certain characters reach specific chapters. The HD 2D visual style looks even better, with more dynamic lighting, water effects, and environmental details.
It's my turn.
What's our plan of attack?
The Legend of Heroes, Trails Through Daybreak starts a brand new story arc in the Massive Trails series, making it a perfect jumping on point for newcomers. Set in the Republic of Calvard, you play as Vanar Kryde, a Spriggan who takes on odd jobs that fall between what the police and Bracer guilds handle. The battle system happens on a field where position matters. Characters can move freely within their range before attacking. Combat focuses on breaking enemy shields by hitting their weaknesses, using team attacks between linked characters, and activating including powerful arts, magic, and crafts, special abilities. The game introduces a new hollow core system that lets characters transform and gain enhanced abilities mid-battle. Outside of combat, you'll use Van's detective skills to solve cases around the city of Edith, talking to witnesses and gathering clues. What makes this game special is its incredibly detailed world. NPCs have their own stories that change after each story event, making the city feel alive. Suikoden 1 and 2 HD Remaster brings two classic RPGs from the PlayStation era to the Switch, with beautiful updated graphics while keeping the charm that made them legendary. Both games are set in the same world, but take place in different regions and time periods. In Suikoden 1, you play as the son of a great general who joins a liberation army against a corrupt empire. In Suikoden 2, you're a young soldier caught in another war 3 years later. What makes these games special is the 108 Stars of Destiny system. In each game, you can recruit 108 different characters to join your cause. Many of these characters can join your battle party, while others help by opening shops, upgrading your weapons, or adding features to your headquarters. The battle system is classic turn-based combat with 6 party members instead of the usual 4 or 5. Both games also feature exciting one-on-one duels and large-scale strategic army battles that change up the gameplay. Divinity. Original Sin 2 is one of the most freedom-filled RPGs ever made, where you can solve problems in countless different ways. Set in a world where people with magical powers called sorcerers are being hunted, you play as a sorcerer prisoner being taken to an island called Fort Joy. The turn-based combat system is all about using the environment and combining different elements. Cast a rain spell and then use lightning to electrify the water, or create oil and then set it on fire. Each character moves a certain distance per turn and has action points to spend on attacks, spells, or using items. What makes this game special is how almost every problem has multiple solutions based on your skills and creativity. You can talk your way past enemies, sneak around them, find hidden paths, or face them head-on in combat. You can play as one of several pre-made characters with their own stories, or create your own. Each pre-made character has unique dialogue options and quests based on their background. Dragon Quest XI's is the complete version of a classic JRPG adventure that both honors traditions and makes them accessible for today's players. You play as the Luminary, a chosen hero destined to save the world of Erdrea from a dark force called the Dark One. The game's battle system is traditional turn-based combat where you select actions for your party from menus, but with modern touches like being able to move characters around the battlefield, even though it doesn't affect gameplay. What sets it apart is the PEP system, where characters enter powered-up states during battle that enable special combination attacks with other party members. Each character has a skill tree where you spend points to learn new abilities and boost stats, allowing you to customize how they develop. The Switch version includes a special 2D mode that transforms the entire game into a classic 16-bit style RPG, letting you experience the same story in two completely different ways. The game is split into acts, with major story developments that completely change your journey and goals.
You can do it!
Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door brings the GameCube classic to Switch with updated graphics while keeping the unique charm and gameplay that made fans beg for this remake for years. The story follows Mario traveling to Rogueport after Princess Peach sends him a treasure map, only to find she's gone missing. The adventure centers around collecting 7 crystal stars and opening the legendary Thousand-Year Door to discover what's behind it. The battle system happens on a stage with an audience watching. The better you perform, using timed button presses to improve attacks and defense, the more the crowd loves you, giving you more star power for special moves. The setting looks like a papercraft world, with Mario able to slip through cracks by turning sideways or roll up into a tube to roll under obstacles. Throughout the journey, Mario gains partners with unique abilities both in and out of battle. A Goomba who can help identify enemies, a Koopa who can throw his shell at distant objects, and more. And there you have it, the top 25 turn-based RPGs you absolutely need to play on Nintendo Switch in 2025. Each one offers something special and will give you dozens of hours of adventure. Which of these games are you most excited to try? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button and subscribe to Switch Top for more Nintendo Switch content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time with more Switch recommendations.